If you can't take the heat, then get out of the kitchen. Has anybody ever heard that saying before?
Yes.
I know that I have. And when I say heat, I'm talking about the sunshine in the state of Florida. And when I say kitchen, I'm talking about the great outdoors in the state of Florida. I'm sure you guys can all identify with that. Today, I'm going to talk about some things that represent my past, my present, and my future. I'm going to start off today with this bottle of sunscreen. This represents my past as a surveyor for 10 years. I had to douse myself in that stuff every day for 10 years to protect me from the sun. I can tell you one thing that I think of, or a couple things that I can think of from being a surveyor, is first of all, I didn't like it. It was pretty hot. I had to be in the swamp, poison ivy, bit by insects. It wasn't the greatest in the greatest ideal working environment. Another thing that I can think of when I was a surveyor is I didn't have a plan. I was stuck. I didn't have a plan to move to the next phase of my life. So I was forced to make a decision. And that decision brings me to my present. This book represents me as a student and an employee at Valencia College. When I think about being a student and an employee at Valencia College, there's some things that differ drastically than from me being a surveyor. First of all, I can say I like it. Needless to say, I take classes in the air conditioning, and I also work inside in the air conditioning. That's a nice change of pace from being a surveyor. Second thing that I can think of about being a student and an employee at Valencia is now I do have a plan. I have a plan that's paving the way for a brighter future for me and having a better financial stability in my life. Which brings me to what I want to talk to you about next, my future. This picture right here is my son, JJ, Joseph Jr. He's the reason why I'm doing all of this. And when I think about my future and I think about JJ, I think about certain things that I want him to have. First of all, one thing that I would like for him to have is a college fund, so that when it's time for him to go to school, he won't have the pressures of having to work a lot and improvise with different situations like I had to do to get through college. Another thing that I can think of is when he does go to college, he's going to have somebody to talk to, because I went through the experience, and he's going to have somebody to be able to talk to about that experience. And the last thing that I can think of about my future is he'll be able to learn the importance of an education. I've learned in life that every day is a learning experience, and you're never too old to learn. At 37 years old, I'm getting my degree in shifting gears in careers. And that's something that he's going to understand, the importance of an education. So when you hear that voice saying, hey, it's hot, you might want to get out of the kitchen, I'd listen to it, because I did. And I went from being a surveyor to an employee and a student at Valencia College, and it's paving the way for a bright future for my son and myself.